This video is going to overview the admin for Community Remarks basic license. There's a difference between the basic license and the basic plus, but this video is going to go over the dashboard, the admin for my Community Remarks demo site that I've set up to play with, and this is where it's like my sandbox where I develop and add new features, etc., and test them out. So this is just a completely demo site for our use for these tutorials, and it's centered in St. Augustine because that's where I live. Okay, so what I wanted to do is just give you a basic overview of the admin so you can get a feel for how this is set up and how you can use Community Remarks. So when you first come to the home page in the admin, you will see a comment timeline on the left-hand side showing the last 15 comments made. On the right-hand side, you have a pie chart of all of the comments made broken down by comment topic. And the basic generic install comes with these four comment topics: important site, transportation improvement, redevelopment opportunity, and bike ped opportunity. Those are just generic topics that every Community Remarks comes with, and then we'll go over how you change those and a little bit in this overview, and then there's going to be a separate video just for topics. And then I'm scrolling down, I have, more pie charts. These are sub-questions, additional questions that I'm asking related to a particular topic. For this one, I've set it up under important site. So we're going to go over what is that, how do we do that, and subtopics is going to be its own video. But this is a new feature that I've added that enables us to track and ask specific questions relating to a topic. So we'll discuss this. This is going to be very useful and helpful. The first important thing I want you to see is the setup page. It's under the setup tab, and it's setup Community Remarks. This is our master control page. This is where we set up the map. We create the center point. Where do we want the map centered? How far out are we zoomed? Depends on how big of a geographic area you're working with. We can also create a panning boundary. So we would put the southwest. We're basically creating like a invisible box around our map with the furthest southwest we want people to pan, and the furthest northeast. So you can just drop pins on the map and copy and paste their latitude and longitude into this form, and then people can't pan outside of that imaginary box. So that keeps your map centered on your project location. We have Google has native traffic, transit, and bike. So you can turn those on, and those automatically appear as a layer over the map. Although most of the Community Remarks applications that I've seen, everybody likes to use their own GIS. And I don't know if it's important for you to see real-time traffic, but it might, depending on the type of project. A legend is automatically created in this side panel with your map layers. So anything that I have as an overlay on the map that's a static base layer that you can't turn on and off, that will automatically appear over here, and it's automatically generated. But if you had a special use that you needed to put some additional information in a legend, that's where you would do it right here. A special pop-up notice would appear up here above this top navigation. We'll just say, when we hit submit, we'll go back and see where that special pop-up appears. And that's if I've used that mostly if the map is loading like a little bit slow. Then I would say Please be patient. We've got the whole statewide map, say for Indiana, we use this pop-up. Please be patient. The map is loading because it took about 4 seconds to load the map and all of the overlays that we had on the map. Okay, now we move to the comments. Have a pop-up form come up after the user has dropped a pin or when they click on the pin and clicks the pin. Okay, so there's two different ways we can set up the commenting. The native is you just click on that location and the pop-up form comes up. And you might have to go change pin location or actually see where you dropped your pin. Okay? The other way is that we click the map, drop the pin, then we have to click the pin to bring up the form. So that is what this is asking. So we'll say yes, and then we'll see how that works. There's multiple filters, additional items that appear in the navigation, and I did a navigation side panel overview video, and it discussed all the different types of filters. This enables us to say, hey, show me on the map only the pins related to an important site, a particular topic, biped opportunity, etc. So those can be turned on and off. So turn off those filters. No, I have them. We have the opportunity to group comments together rather than display them related to topics. So if I said, yeah, just group the comments, then every single comment made will just appear in this list with the corresponding icon. It won't separate them out by important site, biped. It's just a way to streamline the way that the comments appear. Limit character count and comment. That means that this comment box right here, this could go on, this comment box, the comment could go on for days, or you can limit the comment to less than a paragraph. It's basically by a character count, so 250 characters, and it will tell you limited 250 characters, and then as someone's typing, it'll show you how many characters you have left. So that's an option. Moderate comments before they go live. The way Community Remarks natively just kind of comes is people drop their pins on the map and they're automatically visible. They go into the database. You receive an email and I receive an email that a comment was made and what that comment entails. If you don't want that comment to appear on the map and you want to review that comment before it goes live, then you would say, yes, I am moderating comments. So they will be there in the admin dashboard waiting for you to enable them after you review them. There might be a time when you want to turn off the comments. So say we're only showcasing projects and we want to get feedback on just projects and we're not really interested in inviting people to randomly drop pins everywhere, then we would want to turn off the comments on the homepage so that they would appear in the side navigation, but they don't appear on the map. The main focus on the map is the projects and the comments related to the pins already existing on the map tied to a project. Now, if you don't have the Basic Plus license, you don't need to worry about it because you're not adding projects, because this is the basic license and we're not working with the higher level database features as we do in the Basic Plus license. Pins and draw shapes. So we have the opportunity to enable people to not only drop a pin, but draw a line or draw a circle. If you want that, then you would turn drawing tools on and drop a pin off. So you would switch these basically. Every comment that goes into the database can be responded to, can be commented on. So here is a comment somebody made, nice parks. Okay, and this, I can respond to nice parks and say, yeah, but there's 2 parks that need improvement. So this is just normal dialogue between citizens, okay? You can turn off the capability for someone to reply to nice parks. And that's what that is, turn off the respond button. All of your instructions, you can read these yourself. They're kind of pre-stocked, but you can change this however you want, and it also depends on how you're using Are we just randomly, are we dropping pins, clicking and bringing up the form, or like we've just changed in the admin without hitting the setup, what we're going to do is we're going to drop a pin, then you got to click the pin to bring up the form. So we would have to edit this because we would say add a comment by clicking on the location, then click, well, I already have that. I guess I've already put that there. Then click the drop pin. That's how it will be once we hit submit and turn that feature on. Again, this is my scratch pad, so I probably have already done several things without even realizing it, because this is just such a, it's a dynamic testing ground. Okay, so that's where you can edit and change all of your comment instructions. You can set the date for when you want this to automatically close, and then it'll say, thank you, comment is closed, thank you for participating, however you want it to say. Now we can customize the comment form. Like I said, this form is our master control. Do we want to collect demographic information? Now this is what's built into Community Remarks. In the next video on the subtopics where you can add demographic related information there. But this is already pre-programmed in for you, so you can say yes, no. As you saw when I dropped the pen, here is what the demographic looks like. I live in St. John's, work, travel, I'm other, whatever. So I have that turned on, and what is the community name? St. John's County. All right, I didn't say St. Augustine because I'm just used to thinking about us as a county rather than us as a little bitty city. All right, turn on comment type. Is this an issue or an opportunity that you are identifying? So it's just a drop down. A phone number field. This is for later. It ultimately, right now we ask if people would like to join our email field, which is here. We ask if they would like to join to stay informed. Would you like to receive future updates? That's for you to add to your e-newsletter list. In the future, I'm going to have, if you turn on the phone number field, would you like to get push notifications? So that means that you will send from the master dashboard. They're not going to get notified every time somebody makes a comment on the map like we receive an email. In the future, you're going to send a push notification to mobile devices from this Community Remarks dashboard. One last day before commenting closes, or thank you, we have closed the Community Remarks survey, and please be on the lookout for 2 weeks from now. We're going to publish the results of the survey. What, anything informational that is related to time where you would want to keep people better informed versus an email, you'll be able to do that. So that's kind of the why this phone number field is here. Not that anybody's really going to use it to pick up the phone and call a citizen. Zip code, if this is really helpful on a lot of projects. What zip code do you live in? This enables you to go back and tie zip codes to, so it's not the zip code of where you're commenting on, but what zip code do you live in? That way we can tie, all right, how many of our zip codes are in our environmental justice neighborhoods, and how many zip codes did, in total did we reach out to and receive comments from. So it enables you to break down, all of your zip codes and how many responses you got by zip code, which helps you to see how effectively your marketing targeted the individuals you want to hear from. And that's a whole other dialogue we'll have some other time. So these are all of the other things that you can turn on and off. Use for a meeting, this just means whenever I have already filled out a pen and I hit submit and I do another one, it's already going to track what some of these values about me, my name, my email, if I put it in. So if you don't want, if you're using it in a public space, then you say, yes, we're using a meeting. That way the form won't remember previous values in order to help the person out. My video is going to be super long. I better wrap this up. On this page, this is the short intro, long intro. So if you have a lot to say, the short intro goes here, and then the long intro would appear here. Okay, so you have a capability to add lots more text and links. If you want to autofill this, so say it's going to be the same thing every time. We need to plant a tree here. You could autofill this. So basically, people are putting their name in, the zip code they live in. Maybe you only have one category, tree planting survey. I want to plant a tree here, submit. So it makes it super quick and easy for somebody to add a comment. Okay, so now I've made a couple of adjustments to the map. One being how we comment. So now I should drop a pin. Now I have to click the pin. So that's two different ways to interact. Some people like to just have it set the way I had it set, where it's just you click on the map and you bring up the pop-up form and that's your location. And you can always change the pin location. Some people like it to be a little bit more slow, like we're intentionally, but it adds a step. So you can, configure it whichever way you want. Okay, I'm going to stop this video, make another one to go over some of the other tabs, because this video is going to be